Rather than lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the best Arsenal plug on YouTube. We're going to be diving into Arsenal's signing of Olexander Zinchenko. It is now final. It is now official. Done, dusted, sealed, and announced officially that Olexander Zinchenko signs for Arsenal from Manchester City. That is until 2026 on a 4-year deal. Mikel Arteta has spoken around the new signing and say the versatility is one of the things we are really excited to get into this Arsenal squad. Edu has also been speaking around Olexander Zinchenko signing for Arsenal, and he said he's a player we've looked at, we've tried to sign for some time, and finally we got the deal done. Alexander Zinchenko's interview also, we will look at that. He said Arsenal is a boyhood club. He supported Arsenal very, very early in his time as a young boy, and this is a dream come true. I feel like every player says that, but of course we're going to be diving into all that. You know the drill. Hit the like button. How many likes for Olexander Zinchenko? Type in the comment section how many likes for Olexander Zinchenko as he finally signs for Arsenal Football Club. It is done. It is finally dusted. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Subscribe to the podcast as well. We are moving very close to 55,000 subscribers, and of course this is the best plug for Arsenal confirmed done deals on YouTube. Now this is according to the Arsenal website. Welcome to the Arsenal, Olexander Zinchenko. Zinchenko joins from Manchester City. I love the graphic. Honestly, I cannot lie. I think the person who's done this graphic is an absolute Arsenal fan. It is magnificent. And I think that pattern from Adidas is also absolutely very magnificent. It's absolutely beautiful. But let's get into the information. Alexander Zinchenko has joined us on a long-term contract from Manchester City, have written the Arsenal website, and they're saying the 25-year-old brings huge experience of the Premier League and international football to our squad, having made 128 appearances for Manchester City and playing 52 times for his country, Ukraine. Alex developed through the youth system academy of a Ukrainian club, Shakhtar Donetsk, moving to FC Ufa in Russia in 2015. After 31 appearances with FC Ufa, he signed for Manchester City in June 2016, spending the 2016-17 season on loan with Dutch side PSV Eindhoven before returning to Manchester City the following season. Now, again, they're saying that left-sided player Alex, who is comfortable operating in midfield and defense, has won both the Premier League and League Cup 4 times. He has also won the FA Cup once and played in the 2021 UEFA Champions League final once as well with Manchester City. Now, what is interesting here, guys, is that Olexander Zinchenko has won more Premier League titles than Arsenal Football Club. I'm not saying I'm trolling my club. I'm stating facts here. He's won 4 Premier League titles, and Arsenal have won it 3 times. Can you believe that? We need a 4th one. It should be incoming next campaign, isn't it? And also he's won the League Cup 4 times, and the what? And an FA Cup title. Of course, with FA Cup titles, we know Arsenal have as many as anyone could ever have. Technical director Edu on the signing, he said, "I'm very, very pleased to see how we are working as a team here in the club. We put a plan together early, and Olexander Zinchenko was our main focus in our list. We are pleased to have Alex with us because he has the attributes which I'm sure are going to put our squad at a very, very, very different level." Now, look, I think Edu is lying there, lads. Edu is lying to us there. This guy, of course, really appreciated by Mikel Arteta and Edu. He was up on the list, but he was never the priority. The priority up there was Lisandro Martinez, and I think after Arsenal thinking about it, they've gone, okay, let's sign a backup left back, and then let's sign a backup centre back as well, instead of signing Lisandro Martinez, who's never even going to sign for us because he signed for Manchester United. So Edu, beautiful words. I think his words are absolutely honest. Olexander Zinchenko's qualities will put Arsenal to a very unique level, different level. I think he just adds a lot, and I'm not going to repeat what he adds and what we should expect out of him, but he just adds a lot as a player, and I'm absolutely buzzing to have him here at Arsenal Football Club. Mikel Arteta has also spoken around his new man, and this is what he said: "We are so happy Alex has joined us. He's a player that I personally know really, really well and continue to follow him after my time at Manchester City. Alex is a quality player who will give us options and versatility. It is not only about the positions he can play in, but as well the versatility he will give us in the attack and defense as well. Alex is a person with great human qualities and character, and I'm delighted that everyone has made this huge effort to bring Alex to Arsenal Football Club." Now, look, I'm really surprised no one is speaking about Olexander Zinchenko's abilities in leadership. I mean, I'm very, very surprised. I thought Mikel would speak about it. I thought Ed would speak about it. No one is speaking about it. But that is something I can speak about here on the podcast. He's a leader. He's an absolute leader. He's already captaining that Ukrainian side. And we saw it in the qualifiers of the Euro 2020. They were absolutely flying. Of course, they made it to the Euros as well. The quality side, the decent side, Ukraine, aren't they? And you know, the fact that their country has had that kind of can't say anything about that, can I? But it's sad. It's absolutely sad because, you know, they're a very well organized, footballing country. The likes of Shakhtar Donetsk, we know the quality that comes out of there. I just want to see them play football again. I just want them to be part of the football hierarchy and the football chain again. So that is Mikel Arteta, the boss, speaking about the player. Now they're saying Alex becomes our fifth signing of the main team, of the main squad. This preseason he joins Gabriel Jesus, Marquinhos, Matt Turner, and Fabio Vieira as new arrivals at the club. Alex has already joined up with the squad at our preseason training camp in Orlando. His squad number will be announced in due course. Everyone at Arsenal welcomes Alex and his family to the club. The transfer, obviously, is always subject to regulatory processes. That is according to the Arsenal website. So I want your thoughts there, lads, before we continue into what Olexander Zinchenko has said as a man, as a player. I want your thoughts on Olexander Zinchenko. Will he work? Will he work? Yesterday we ranked all Mikel Arteta signings, and where did we place him? We placed him in the great signing category. I was afraid to place him in the legendary, that he will be a legend. In that category, he will be a legend. I was really afraid, but in terms of being a great signing, I think he will become a great signing for Arsenal. I just feel it in there. No evidence. Don't ask me for any. Right? So that is Olexander Zinchenko there, penning his contract. Penning his contract in Orlando. And this is him. This is one of the pictures there with in the Arsenal kit in Orlando. So they have also said we shared the exciting news on Friday evening that Olexander Zinchenko had officially signed for the club. Our new signing arrives from Manchester City and reunites with Mikel Arteta. These are some of the pictures you need to look at. I hope they can load. At times they fail to. So these are some of the pictures. That is him signing his contract with Arsenal Football Club. That is him in our away kit, but on the plane, that is him in the Arsenal home kit. It doesn't look poor, doesn't it? Does it? He looks well. He looks okay. That is him with Mikel Arteta signing the contract. Still more pictures. You can see more of these pictures from the Arsenal website, meeting some of the new teammates, including Hector Bellerin, who should be out of this football club already. That is him with Gabriel Jesus, from former pair from Manchester City, hugging Gabriel Jesus there also on the plane as well, and a couple of other very, very interesting pictures. But that is him there with Vinay Venkatesham, Edu Gaspar, and Mikel Arteta. More of these pictures can be seen on the Arsenal website. Now, to get into what the player has been talking about, in terms of his first, in terms of his first, in terms of his first interview with the club, this is what he said. It was. It is always more of a question and answer. It is like an interview. Welcome to the Arsenal, Alex. What does it mean for you to join the club? And he says, thank you so much. First of all, I would like to say this is a boyhood dream to come true because I am a massive fan when I was a kid. Since Thierry Henry and young Cesc Fabregas was playing here, I was just enjoying watching those games, the Arsenal, and obviously I started to love the club. So I am excited and I cannot wait to play for this amazing club. Well, I just feel like everyone says that, so let's move on. We have seen the photos on social media of you wearing an Arsenal shirt when you were a kid. So was that all? Was that all the way through? And it says, yeah, I remember that I was in Donetsk, when I was at the Shakhtar Academy, and like I said, it is a dream come true, right? He was also asked, you have been welcome to the training club here in camp here in Florida. What have been your first impressions? And it says it's amazing. It's an amazing atmosphere. You know, everyone is so kind, and all the staff here are really amazing. I had a lot of good things from Manchester City people about the medical staff or whatever. The guys working in the kitchen, the players, and obviously Gabriel Jesus. So I heard here is an amazing atmosphere. Okay, next question. One of those people you knew from Manchester City is the boss. How important was he in your decision to sign? And he said, I would say it's the most important role in my decision because I've known Mr. I've known Mr. for a while. Is it Mr. Mikel? I used to work with him at Manchester City. Since the first day at City, I knew that he's going to be a very, very good manager. The way he can see football, especially I was watching the last season of Arsenal's games and I was really, really enjoying it. You can see in the style, the picture of the game. So I would love to see it while playing and being involved. Next question. What was your relationship like back at Manchester City? How much did he help your game? It says the way we were working together, I was so impressed because I remember how many times we were working hard in the training sessions and then straight after with individual stuff, and I took a lot from the manager and I hope I can even take more. Next question. You mentioned Gabi. How well did you link up in training and the games? He says, to be honest, we were close to each other and I love him so much. He's been my big friend, and I would like to say that he was involved in the discussions and all these things. So he's told me a lot of good things about this amazing club and about this atmosphere and the guys and everyone here. So I'm really impressed and very, very excited. Okay, and next question. He was asked, you have been on the phone to him in the last few days and weeks. And he says, I'm always in touch with Gabriel Jesus, even when he was at City or when he left. So I was always with him. The other question, when we've seen you play at left back and in midfield for your country, but what do you feel is your best position? And he says, wherever the manager is going to see me on the pitches, it's the simple answer, but it's true. Even the manager tells me one day I need to be a goalkeeper, I will be there. Definitely. Seriously, can he be a goalkeeper? What has the boss say to you about your role in the team? He says, we spoke about my role in this team, but I would like to keep it private, and then we are going to see what happens. So he said, the next question was, you have won 4 Premier League titles. You have been voted Ukrainian Footballer of the Year. What do you feel you'll be bringing to this Arsenal team? He says, I'm ready for another challenge. I'm not here just to waste my time and time for Arsenal because the club is always in front of everyone. I'm here to achieve big things, and I hope we can win so many titles. And I hope we are going to fight for every title in which we are going to be involved. Even from the last season, I was watching the Arsenal games and I could smell it's coming. The team is growing so quickly, and I think it's time. It's time to do our best and to achieve something very, very big here. So lots of Lots of things in that interview. You can watch it on the Arsenal YouTube channel. You can also listen to it. I think if they have an audio version, but you can read it on the Arsenal website as well. Interesting signing for me. Very very beautiful one. I think Arsenal have absolutely gotten this one right. See you soon.